Okay, so we don't have any citizens here today.
Yes, sir. Is everybody reading the minutes?
Sure. I'm good with the minutes. So is there just one option on the landscaping?
No, there's three of them on there.
Go further down.
Oh, is that where?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to go this way.
Yeah.
It ain't liking that.
Working that.
On the treasurer's report, Quality Renovators, who is doing the bays, gave an invoice for a down payment of $3,200. So I'll add that to the next month's treasurer's report. But I just
Okay.
wanted to let you know that he was going to send a check today.
What did it come from?
Let's decide on the helipad. And
That's going to be down further. So on your email, you have this landscaping still?
you know, about the lighting.
That's the landscaping.
not-
We're going to
oh.
put landscaping
Around those boxes.
block them in, and then get some big rocks.
But as far as the vendor, holding the vendor accountable, maybe.
Oh,
That's a
so
question
that's-
for you.
That we're going to reach out to attorney to ask about not meeting the specs of the design.
Well, it was discussed between the concrete guy and the electrician that they couldn't jive to get to where he could get his conduit put in and pour the concrete in a timely manner.
So because that was done after,
Right.
The concrete was already laid before Rick came out here and talked to the guy, basically, from what I'm understanding, yes. So
and that's
the
our
reason-
fault, how?
It's not our fault, but for us to do it the way we're going to do the specs, we're going to have to break the concrete. So that's why we were discussing the landscaping Just go around it.
Because I almost, it was, so not only did we not get it the way we wanted, now we're incurring additional costs to fix their mistake, which I guess I do have concern.
But didn't we
Actually,
hold his
no,
from the
Rick
last time?
actually went down on his pricing.
Okay.
If you look at Rick's Mustang Electric,
Okay.
his actual total for the electric was 11,000. He's only charging us, I think, 55. So he didn't.
Was that because the scope was much less, because whatever needed to go in the cement was changed, and now it's just.
No, everything that was supposed to go in the cement is there.
It's just the conduit.
Yes, except for the conduits.
I could go down $6,000.
I don't know. That's just all he gave me. He gave me a bill for $6,000. He is aware that that was not specs because he was told. Hold on, let me find the bill. No, that includes the conduits. Because the original quote they gave us was for 11,000 and some
Right.
change.
Do we have a quote?
That is gonna be over there.
I mean, was the part of his scope was the light at the top, wasn't it? Did that get done, or did that?
I don't know, I haven't
On
looked.
top of the building, the light?
I don't.
There's a spotlight.
For the windsock?
Yes.
Oh,
So that.
I haven't been out there to see if it's working.
Okay, I hear.
supposed to. Field trip.
If you want, just may be careful.
You remember what month we
Yeah, we'll
decided?
still have to putting in, yeah.
Wasn't last month, right?
No, last month we held the check because it was wrong.
No, that was Tally. That was Tally. Yeah, he gave us the $11,000.
I knew it was higher than the 6,000.
Yeah, so he gave, I'm assuming because it wasn't done correctly, that he gave us a discount.
No, there's no light.
Alright. He's supposed to come in and do the electrical.
He's doing that fan, right?
Yeah, Pat actually has a suggestion for you on the.
I know, he told me about it.
But I don't know if we can return the fan.
That's the big,
Yeah, it's, the original bid was $11,353.26.
So what changed, just price?
I think the pricing, because we didn't put it into the, here's
In the concrete.
In the concrete.
So it's the stainless steel piece. He didn't charge us for those because we didn't need them after not being in the concrete.
right,
So,
you could use just regular
not
conduit.
that it is quantity, it's just we didn't get the full scope. And I don't know, and again, I don't know that it's his fault, but did we pay the cement guy, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that was already paid. I say just fire them all.
I second that.
So then it'll be the, do I need to sign?
So because we can't fix it, this is the reason why we decided on the rocks. And we're just gonna put the rocks around the lights, right? That's what we
Yes,
decided
just
on.
on the corners.
Who's gonna install?
We're not making a full bed or all the way around.
We are? I was just curious.
Just so they won't break the box.
You're right.
Christie is. Tony said he'd try and help, so did I.
Yeah, I'll
I
help.
think he said he'd help too. Maybe we can make a day of it and just have like a,
Field trip.
I'll bring my barbecue pit. It really shouldn't be that hard if we choose the right ones. It should be only like 3 or 4 per
It doesn't matter, get ripped up and blown by the helicopter, right?
We're gonna have to dig, push them down and water it and put them down.
But
It's
still,
not,
there's the chance it's gonna get blown around.
according to Airyback, the guy that's the flight guy out there, the pilot, he says as long as we put them down at least 1 to 2 inches underground and then soak it
And put dirt over it or what?
and put dirt on each side and just pack them in there, he said they should be okay. Because that's how stone oak is. So we're gonna have to drill a trench, dig a trench to get them in there. They had other ones that were nicer, but these just happen to be the cheapest one.
But they're functional.
Functional, yeah. This would be a good time to do it since it's not hot.
Yeah.
Let's go back to approving the minutes.
So these are dues, the safety?
Yep.
Okay.
And I have a calendar thing for November 7th for the reservations for the hotel.
Okay.
I got a,
At 12:01 midnight?
I'm not gonna be up at 12:01 midnight, but I will make sure we get some of that first thing. I have it going off at 4:30 in the morning. I only happened to get it because my company is presenting at the conference.
You did change my mounts, right?
Your mouse.
Remember on the, I'll find
Oh,
it.
you're talking about the treasurer's report?
Right.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay,
But yes, I did.
but it's on, should be on here, right? I mean, that's
No, I have to
part of
send
it.
it. I have to send you the from last month. I'll send that to you.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to pull it open. But I'll go send it.
Okay, so we had a chance to look at the minutes. Can we get an approval on the minutes, or do we have any
Description.
discretionary items?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. Nobody else was here. Nobody else was here. Well, I gotta read it.
Motion, who's the second?
Who's there?
Can you second?
I second it.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Unanimous. Have we looked at the treasurer's report?
What do we pay the city of Devine for?
Huh?
What do we pay the city of Devine for? Is
Water.
that trash?
Trash in the
Treasury
water.
water.
Somebody bad, Britain. Can fill it all the way over here.
And you're gonna go take him this check or you're gonna mail it?
No, I'm gonna actually give it to you to give to him.
Oh, yeah, me. Are we gonna have any meeting at the fall festival?
The what? Fall festival's in February, right?
No, it's this coming weekend.
See that's
Yeah.
For Devine?
Yeah.
That's for this
No,
one.
I did not know that.
October is on there.
It's this weekend?
Mm-hmm. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe. The parade Saturday. It's in the
Is it the, it's not the veterans?
No, you may get the newspaper, it's in there.
No,
I have it,
I don't get to buy newspaper.
no, I have it in the truck, you may get it.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, no, I don't get to buy newspaper. I don't live in Devine.
So we looked at the treasurer's report. Do you agree with it, Mr. Treasurer?
Yes. And motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Have a motion. Can I get a second?
Guess that's my line, right?
You're the only one in here. She left for a reason.
So I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Okay, I guess.
Christie, do you want to explain the auditor situation?
Okay, so, our auditor is Trevor Myers with Coleman Horton and Company out of
You got that.
Uvalde. Trevor's no longer there. So I contacted Trevor to ask him if he was going to do audits for ESDs. So that way you guys can decide whether to stay with Trevor because he knows our company or stay with Coleman. Trevor does not do audits, but he does recommend a guy named Dusty. I spoke with him yesterday.
Dusty Ross?
Yes. He said that, yes, that he was gonna actually contact us sometime in January, because that's what Trevor had told him. I was like, no, we like to start November, December timeframe, get you everything. So basically, it looks like we're gonna have to stay with Coleman,
Okay,
because, Trevor doesn't do it.
okay.
With that being said,
So that's a no issue.
nope. And then here is the engagement letter. Security State Bank, Texas National Bank, Ken Campbell. A nice little sheet for you. And if you'll just seal it in that envelope, a nice one for you as well. A nice one for you.
Is this our test?
Yep.
True or false?
We usually end
You
up
can-
filling that out at the Christmas party.
Is that
You can either fill it out, seal it, and give it back to me, and I'll mail them all off, or you can take this envelope, mail it to this little individual page. It's totally up to you.
Do we have a deadline with anybody that we have to complete our audit?
We have to have our audit to the county by April 1st. So usually November, December timeframe, I try to get all these documents so that we can get it. I have to finish, I've been so busy at work, I just have to finish the last of October's reconcile. And then once I get that done, I can send it to him. And then I've already made the copies of the front pages of each of the bank accounts for September and October. And then he's already contacted Ken Campbell. I've given him last of September's from Medina County Appraisal, the amounts that we have. I got that copied. So the only thing I need to do is finish October, send it to him, give him access to our QuickBooks, and then he'll send me a list of whatever transaction he needs to verify. Yeah, he said that he's the one that's doing all the ISDs too, Dusty.
Yeah, our timelines are different, so
Oh,
they're able to get us all in and then transition to ESDs.
sorry.
Okay.
It's a lot of papers to fill out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically, the engagement letter is just doing it, and then the rest of it is you're just gonna sign it, giving them permission to get access to our bank accounts.
Okay. So you just need my signature?
Yeah, one of these bank accounts, I don't even know what it is. 1997? I left it alone, I didn't say anything, so. The bank can tell them they don't no longer have that account.
I think that we closed.
I think it's the old CD that we closed.
Yeah.
Once he gives me a date, I'll get with you and then maybe we can just meet in Castroville since you work in Castroville.
No, you have to meet in this office. Sorry.
I wanted to stick with Trevor because I think last year with Trevor I never had to meet him. He just sent me my list and said I never had to meet him. So if you tell me what you need and I'll make sure you have it. So really no action needs to be taken.
So no action, okay.
He doesn't even live in Uvalde anymore. He moved to San Antonio.
Sure.
It's like,
Okay, so, since our treasurer can't sign checks, and because I've talked to the lady at the bank to find out what their requirements have changed since the last time we did a signature card. So, in light of all of that, in order to do a new signature card, we have to have minutes stating that you have access, that we're giving you access, and of course I'll go with you, we'll get the signature card that way, and then they can send everybody else, because it's you
I
and
could have
Shelley,
swore, because
right?
didn't you come on right before Beth left?
Well, I took
Or
over.
did you end up having to go down there?
I haven't forgotten.
Did you?
See, so I could have swore,
gonna be
because
an
Beth
issue?
was still here, wasn't she?
Yeah.
No,
I
they
could have
just,
swore we had
I
minutes.
just need to.
Apparently they don't.
Okay.
No, but Billy left after Beth.
Because they want it within that same month.
Oh,
is-
okay.
is-
Well,
is-
within the same month, that's
After
perfectly
the summer,
doable.
July.
Okay.
Same day, maybe not.
No, yeah, I understand that.
I have pretty much all of it done. All I gotta do is type it and then I'll give it to you guys.
So we have to state that it's Texas National, Texas Bank?
Texas National Bank and Security, because he has to be on Security State Bank as well.
Oh, okay. And then the account numbers, right, that she has on the agenda there. And we'll all sign the minutes, and then that way we can get that accomplished. It's taking way too long to get this done. Okay, so since we have to have an approval, does everybody agree with Juan being on the bank
We
card?
need a motion.
Maybe motion?
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay,
we
make a
got
motion to put the treasurer on the.
on the bank card. Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second it.
George is the second guy.
We have to say his name, one's a moto too, or just the treasurer?
So, all in favor, say aye.
Ah,
Opposed? Motion passed. If you had a chance to look at the papers there, as far as how we want to do that, I think for the aesthetic, the second one's the best, but
I'm going with whatever you want. I'll just go order it and pick it up. And
Just 'cause
shouldn't-
it
shouldn't
would
be
match
much,
the-
and I could come and do it by myself.
right, because it's just concrete. We couldn't use the red ones because that would,
Those are too light.
Clash.
Are those too light?
which ones?
The red?
Probably. I just don't like the way it looks. I'm the yard guy, so. In my household, if I say, we need this in the yard, that's what we have. I don't tell her what soda she will buy.
There you go.
Because I don't think it needs to be up much. I mean,
Well, that-
just enough so that you can't run over it.
the back one, we gotta fill in a lot though.
Back one.
The back, it's a lot lower, so.
Yeah, if
What?
that back end's lower, just.
We're not putting those rails around
If we don't put enough there.
I
It's-
thought we were gonna put a fence around.
the conduit?
No,
Oh, no.
we're gonna gonna use landscaping rocks to put
Just
it around
around the
it,
line.
and then I'm gonna put rocks in it, the big rocks.
That doesn't.
But the big rocks, I'm gonna have to figure out where to get them because they don't have them at Lowe's.
Because it's sloping down.
No,
And so I figured if I can just get the landscaping barriers in, that'll at least cause some of that, and then we can go in and put the landscaping to make it nice and pretty or whatever you guys want to do. I'm all for whatever.
So we're cleaning up someone else's mess.
Basically, yes. That we are.
Just what kind of dirt we're gonna haul in there, or what are we gonna do? It's got that big of a slope, we have to add.
Yeah, because if you don't put a border, that's just gonna run off when it rains.
That's what we were talking about just now. You said something about the red clay or something.
No, red hard, red clay, dirt.
But
Partially,
baseball.
won't wash away as easy.
Not as easy, but it'll eventually
it'll
wash
still
away.
erode. Only way we can keep
I don't
it
even
from
know
washing
anybody
away
that
is,
does softball,
is grass.
softball
Or
court,
the borders,
the red stuff.
The metal borders is what it's all about.
or even.
Maybe
ones
the
you
girl
put
that's
in the
going to
ground
meet with
with
the city, I
sticks.
can ask her to ask the
Mhm.
city.
The flat metal
Right,
ones.
we do it with that.
Can't steal it from our baseball field, we ain't got nothing, we got
So I
sand.
can get in the rotor.
I can look around for, the red caliche, whatever you wanna call it, baseball, basically it's baseball sand, that's what it is. I can look, I don't know anywhere to get it, but I'm sure I can call the city and ask the city where they get it for the softball fields.
But will that red dirt from the baseball fields be sucked up by the,
Once it dries, it will, but if you put rock over the top of it,
I know it hardens, I play used
But-
to, I'm not that.
But it depends on what, I don't know, it depends on how much you're gonna put on there, and if you're gonna put landscaping rocks on top. If you put landscaping on rocks, then you don't really need it to harden, am I correct? So technically, you could just put dirt, can you?
Well, the whole thing is it's gonna wash away.
You can only put dirt if you're really gonna level it out for a good ways, where it's not the immediate runoff point.
Right.
Because if it's on the slope, it's just gonna.
It's just gonna stop and run off, yeah.
Run it off.
Okay.
Eventually there'll be no dirt holding the brick.
We can table it, I mean, just tell him, don't come and mow the grass.
And if you wanna go around that.
no, just
No,
around
no,
where
just
those
around the
junction
con-
boxes
the
are
junction
for the
boxes.
lights.
But on the back, it's not level,
That's,
so we would have to level it out.
so to put that stone standing up, put dirt, I guess halfway up to it, I guess is what you're saying. But if there's just dirt next to it, but
It's
immediately
gonna
drops
wash
off.
It's just gonna run away.
Yeah. It's up to you. Oh, it's up to y'all. I'm just looking at him. It's up to y'all.
It's up to, I'll put them in, whatever y'all want.
I just don't wanna waste our time and money and have it just be in somebody else's
Washed
field.
away, yeah.
Yeah, it will rain eventually.
We got a half inch yesterday morning, so.
I don't know.
I mean, we can buy you guys can choose the rocks, we can get the rocks, and then just start putting them all together and then figure out what we need from there.
Monday before.
Because if we'd have to take the back ones off, we could just take the back ones off and put them in our bag.
By no dirt, but some sod to put on the dirt so it doesn't wash away, but still. One way or the other, you gotta do something besides just putting dirt.
Even if you put rocks on that dirt, it's still gonna wash from under. I mean, that's a significant.
So let's just table this and
That's
so.
a significant slope back
Figure
there.
out some.
Like you're saying, we get the rocks, they'll get those bricks, and then we can go from there.
That's
You
what
know,
I'm
'cause
saying.
How
And
many,
just started
how many we're
putting-
gonna need, we need to know how many
Yeah.
we're gonna need to put around each deal and
So the goal of this is so the lawnmowers won't run it over, right?
won't
So
break
we
it.
don't want to run over those junction boxes.
It's like put something that's like rebar around it or something that sticks up high enough where somebody's gonna see it and not run it over.
The problem with that piece of rebar is you got an impalement issue. Somebody falls,
Well, they're right
that's
here, so they-
the safety guy.
We get time on the scene, yeah.
Time less than 1 minute.
You're quoted
Are
there.
they
No.
underground? Is that what they are?
No.
They're just kind of sitting on top.
On
Yeah.
that, they're on that street.
Yeah.
High enough so that it'll catch the lawnmower blade.
Or even then, they run it over, you can throw
It's gonna break.
shift on it.
It doesn't sit flat, it doesn't sit mobile, or it sits mobile, it wiggles.
So the object is to put these around, and I was thinking, when I was looking at it, I was thinking maybe 4 per corner to make it wide enough to put the rocks in there.
How about like a cutoff valve box? It's putting one box over another, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an idea too.
Yeah, it is.
you know
Or
those,
electrical box.
The
Put
electrical,
an electrical box over
or
it.
plastic,
the
You can put
meter,
the water meter boxes
the
over
meter
it.
boxes,
like a
yeah.
1 meter box, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That way
like
they can
Box where you
access.
Put in like a clean out plug.
Yeah.
Inexpensive, easy to put in.
We can notch it wherever
Well, they
the
have
conduit
They
is.
come notched.
They come notched on
Yeah.
both
Well, no,
sides.
because of the water main.
What is it called?
And we could bury those.
Yeah,
They
that
work
works.
for
the
meter, they work
And then
for
if
the-
it needs to work
even
on
the
it,
same.
just take the top
You said
off.
electrical boxes?
Compared to having to
Water
chisel out
meter.
the clay.
Water meter boxes.
Boxes, I think they're called, or
Or
two technically.
clean
Water
out plug
cutoffs.
box, any kind of. Plumbers use them all the time. I put 2 at my house and work with.
Yeah, my aunt has one.
That's not.
It's a big metal one.
That's a,
Plus I had to put them on sprinkler system, fields.
Mm-hmm.
I never had any problems. Except for
That might be yours.
That's
random colors.
They're giving you paint swatches.
That's exactly what it's giving me.
Probably have to run some sort of tie bar down deep, so when the helicopters come in, they don't pull that.
But they bury,
Yeah,
those
we'll
bury
see.
pretty
We'd
far
have to,
down.
yeah, we'd have to.
Yeah.
And those lids don't just fly off.
That's probably where you could talk to the city for to see those water meter boxes. Does everybody have them?
Right
Oh,
here,
yeah.
Right here. These, right?
Yeah.
Even this round one maybe work.
How big is the round one, does it say?
Yeah, see, $8.78.
And easy to install.
You do have to dig a little trench, but that's so you can put it
Yeah,
down in
but
the
you can do
ground.
that with a shovel,
Uh-huh.
not a grubbing hoe.
It won't let me filter it. Comes with the shut-off valve. Okay, that's exactly what we need.
It's-
It won't even let me go to that one. See?
So who's that?
This is Lowe's.
Look at Home Depot.
Can't even concentrate. How bad my head hurts. What are they called? Water meter.
Boxes.
Thank you. Told you. If not, guess what? We're going to Amazon.
So they didn't say something like that for
$36, give or take.
Yeah, so we're talking 4 of those and
You even have a small one.
yeah, how big is that?
Yeah, no.
A 14-inch by 19-inch.
It'd be perfect.
Oh, here you go. $19 for a round one. That's a 10-inch. Anybody got a
I got a tape out in my truck.
tape measure?
Filter.
Yeah.
So part of the work was supposed to be a junction box for a future light socket, for the future's light for the wind socket. So it doesn't say we're installing a windsock light, is there a different quote for that, or?
No, but I'll ask him because he's supposed to come in and do some of the electrical work with him, what's his name?
Mr. Carval?
Mr. Cardell. But apparently they came to some agreement, so I have to call and find out what that agreement is. So when I call him tomorrow, I will ask him.
But we do need the junction box installed, because that was part of this, just not the light piece.
Okay. Got it. I'll take this one and this one. Because he was supposed to fix all of the electrical boxes and all the electrical before we put in the sheetrock. But according to him, they came up to some agreement, so I'm gonna contact you. But this is what he was talking about, this small one right here. Around.
Those are plastic though.
Yeah, but it's a very, very hard plastic. The only reason I know is because I had to replace the valve that was underneath this. Because the city's like, nope, it's on your side of the valve.
And the top one, the round one,
It clips.
when you put it on, you turn it and it locks.
Locks it in.
Yeah.
You're 8 inches by 8 inches square.
I'm sorry?
It's 8 inches by 8 inches square.
So this is a 10-inch.
But that's round. It ain't gonna
It
fit.
won't fit. No, you gotta go bigger size.
Okay.
12.
You have a squirt one too, right? I just saw the
Yeah,
squirt
that
one.
was a 13 by 20 though. Let's see. There's a 14 by 9.
Round one?
No, square.
Bigger on the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 by 15, a 14 by 19. And then a 14 by 19.
The 10 by, what was it, 10 by what?
10 by 19? Or 10 by 15?
Yeah, that'll work.
You're looking at about $40 per piece. So we need 4.
Right. That'd be easy to fix.
And that would alleviate the rocks.
Mhm.
Who thought of this?
He did.
Whose idea was this? This was a good idea. I was gonna give kudos to whoever thought of it.
It was me.
Everybody raise your hand. Wait, we have it recorded, let's rewind real quick.
So, I guess just, let's just say $40 plus. The Home Depot, it's gonna be plus tax because we're not tax exempt there. So I
Right.
can try to go to Lowe's.
Which one?
So let's just,
No, thank you.
$45 per piece. What's 45 times 4? 90, 180? So,
180.
Anybody want coffee?
Anybody want coffee?
no. So I would just, recommendation would be, no more than a $200 spending limit on the boxes. Just to give, just in case. Just in case this project, because Lowe's, we have a tax exempt, because that's where we got the refrigerator and everything else.
Right,
So that's where
right.
we're at. So it may be a price difference, but the one you're looking at is $36.65 per piece plus tax. So you're looking at maybe what, $6, $7 per ton?
36.40.
$12 in tax for the whole thing. So if it was 180, it was $14 in tax.
So $200. That's about right.
Does that sound good? Folks, can I get a motion in a second?
Make a motion.
As advertised, right?
True.
Can I get a second?
So this is replacing the rocks and.
Yes.
And all that, pavers, everything.
All we just do is put the meter boxes and then we'll come down
So we
and dig a
can-
trench and put the sucker on top.
Yeah.
Dig it down.
Yeah.
Meter
And then
boxes.
that way, if he has to work, he can take the cap off, top off, and
$200 limit. Okay.
Okay, does that 190, your $200 limit, does that include any shipping or tax or any?
No, so they're $36.65 per piece. So we just did $40, that's $180. He figured out about $14 in taxes if I have to go to Home Depot. If I can go to Lowe's and get the same thing, then there's no taxes because we're tax exempt there. this is a 10-inch by 15-inch meter box. Okay, I will attempt to go to Lowe's first.
So we have a motion in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. So George, we need to change that because we ain't seen George in years. No.
Who made the motion, by the way?
I did.
Thank you.
Bye.
And seconded? Thank you.
We good? Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
Well, as you can see, it was a busy month. We went back up to over the 200 mark, hit 223. I was telling Tony earlier, guys, that this is another one of those months where it closed yesterday and we had a meeting today. So we put together this report pretty quickly. I spent all day on it, if you want to call that quickly, but George had to work on ESD1's reports today as well. So I did the whole report, and it's the first time I've done that. So if you find an error, don't blame George,
Just
blame Patrick. The percentages at the top, I worked out as best I can. I sent this to George, so he'll look at it again. Again, because we closed the report this morning for the month, I did not have time to go GPS 223 runs. I did GPS about 30 because some of the call times were inaccurate. Again, the crews didn't report to dispatch when they arrived on the scene, so the time that they showed on arrival at the scene was actually the time they were getting to the hospital. So because I could go back and GPS those for actual times, I made those corrections. I still feel that if I had more time, I would have found more errors. Now they would have been minuscule, but when you're looking at 200 runs, that could be 200 minutes.
Right.
And that's important to us. Every second counts. So in spite of that, I will tell you that I was happy to see that our overall response time was 6.9 minutes, which is well within the guidelines. Within the city of Devine, I tracked that to 84 calls within the city limits. So again, when I go through the report, I look at the streets, and I know where all the streets are at in Devine, so I can distinguish what's within the city limits and what's within the city limits. So our total response time within the city limits was 4.6. And then when we took out the surrounding areas, that was 139 calls, and we did that in 8.9. Now, if you would go to the very last page, I did something that I haven't done before, but Tony and I talked about it last month. If I could extrapolate just the Natalia calls for the Natalia truck, and I did that, there was a total of 34 calls within the city limits of Natalia. And our average response time there was 5.4 minutes. Now that seemed a little high to me, but again, I didn't have time to go through all 233 calls, and again, those minutes count.
Right.
But I did find, if you go back to page 8, I think, well, I'll take it back. There's a couple of calls in here that were like 22, 30 minutes. We did have one call that was 42 minutes long. I GPS tracked that. It was accurate. When I looked at the run reports to try to figure out why the crew took so long to get there, they left the station in under 2 minutes, and they were sent to, again, and this is the second time this year, this street has 2 names, and they went to where they were told to go, and it was the wrong place. So they went searching for the right place and finally found it. And if I drove you to that house tonight, you would wonder how they even found it. It's on the right-hand side of the road. There is no markers on the gate, no mailbox, nothing. I am going to go to that location tomorrow and ask that person if I can put a post out by the road and put some reflective numbers on that post so that you just don't drive by it. The house is about 50 yards off the road, and it doesn't even face the street. So even if the house had a number on it, you couldn't see it. This is, again, the second time in the year that address has been a problem and that road's been a problem. We addressed it before. It's the one that goes past the cemetery back out into the county, because the city calls it one thing and the county calls it another. And so depending upon how the 911 call comes in, you don't know if it's going to be called by that name or by the other name. And if you go to that road, it has the city name on it and not the county road number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it gets a little confusing.
Yeah.
So I've got to meet with my guys and make sure that they all understand why this is a problem. But I don't know how else to address it except maybe ask the city if they could put a different marker or get the county to put a marker on that road, because
Where it changes to
who
the
owns
county
it?
road.
Does
Yeah.
the city own it or does because it's Cemetery Lane,
Mm-hmm.
but,
With it all,
I'm sorry?
Alabama?
Yeah, Almond Drive.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And, but it also says Cemetery Lane. It also has a county road number attached to it. So,
Just depending upon how far you go down that
yeah.
road.
And even if you got the right address, because there's only maybe one or two houses on that whole road till you get past the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And again, at night, you can't even see the house and there's no markers. So we're gonna try to eliminate that problem. But it truly took. It was 42 minutes, and I wish it hadn't taken that long, but if you don't have the right street address, you don't have the address is marked, the guys are just running up down the road trying to find the right house.
Been there, done that.
If it had been marked, we could have been there in probably 8 minutes.
I just asked Shelley to get our address signs from Devine Fire.
I'm sorry?
I just asked Shelley to get our belongings for the address signs from Devine Fire, and I'll have her bring them here. If
Awesome.
they're in there, and you can use one of them.
That'd be great, because I'd sure like to mark that house. You know, it's one of those deals where, you know, there's a good possibility we'll go back because of the circumstances.
Right.
And I want to make sure we get that marked so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, the patient was fine. Everything went well. Nobody suffered anything from it. The patient was fine. It wasn't anything critical, so we're grateful for that. But still, it could have been.
Right. Right.
Outside of that, I think the numbers were good. It was a busy month. We only had to call for one truck the whole month to come help. And we didn't get sent anywhere this last
I saw
month.
that.
So that was kind of nice not to be leaving our service area. And we didn't get, you know, the neighbors didn't need us, which is a good thing.
Right.
Outside of that, I guess the only thing I can tell you is y'all seen the construction. So we've got guys in the building all day long doing work, and they've been parked in the building, and I've been fortunate that I'm here all day, so we don't have anybody in the building that shouldn't be here. I guess y'all seen the rest of the stuff that's been added, and just make sure I don't miss anything.
It's all starting to look like,
I'm sorry?
it's all looking like it's gonna come together.
Yeah. Everything else is working fine. I can't think of any problems. I did ask the guy you got working, Mr. Cargyle, to look at the supply room, and we're running out of room. There's just not enough space in there. We're hanging stuff from the rafters. So I asked him if he'd look in there and see what it would cost us to add some shelves, and he'd give you guys a bid on that. If you decide to do it, if not, I'll do it myself. But we just really need the room.
Use some of that gold-plated plywood.
Oh my God, yeah. you know, I went to the lumberyard here a while back and I bought 3 boards. Now they were 8 by 4 by 10 and 8 by 4 by 12, right? Or 2 by 4 by 8, 2 by 4 by 12, 3 boards. And it was almost $86 or something like that. I almost fell over. I'm going, it's wood.
It's natural.
And then, I'm getting off key here, but I saw yesterday, I walked in the store and it was 2 steaks, $47. I'm eating cereal. Crazy.
Question, when do I need to have them back? Oh, okay.
Any other questions about the report, guys? Hopefully you haven't had any phone calls with any complaints. I haven't had any.
See, I don't think, what about,
I hope, pray you don't get any.
Just sign it.
All you're doing is giving them permission to fill it out for you.
Oh, okay. I can handle that. We're insured.
No further discussion on the EMS report? Okay.
I guess I'll make a suggestion. So when we have months like this, would it be better that we ask for the report to be presented at the following meeting instead of making it incomplete? Just letting them submit 2 reports the following month?
I think the true way to solve that is to cut the report off early 1 month, right? Say cut it off on the 25th.
Well, I mean, I'll give you an example.
But your percentages are gonna be off.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
What we were doing in, we had the same problem with Frio,
Uh-huh.
because of the way the commissioners meet. And so what they did on theirs, they just said go from the 15th to the 15th or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So you're always getting an accurate report, you're just always 2 weeks behind.
That's an idea. 15th to 15th.
With a 30-day window?
Yeah, that's what they did.
It doesn't matter what the window is, just take 30 days consistently. I'm okay with that.
What do y'all think of that?
I'm okay with that.
It's not a bad idea.
We're still talking about the same period of time, so the number of runs is the number of
And
runs.
that would give us a lot more time to make sure all the numbers are.
Because that report is tedious, but that's what we wanted from them guys.
Right, no.
I'm just saying, I'd rather it be accurate and turned in later than turned in incomplete, so that accomplishes that in a better way.
So do we need to make a motion on that?
Well, no, because it's not
Agenda
a
item.
motion.
Not an agenda item.
No, that's why, I'm just gonna put it in here, but it needs to be on the next meeting, because it's gonna have to be.
Because
an
you'll have to
action.
vote on it next time.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna have to be an action.
That'll give people time to mull it over too.
I'm sorry?
That'll give people time to mull it over too.
Oh,
And I can send
absolutely.
the dates, just to make sure the 15th and the 15th.
15th.
I think today's the only, I think this is the only one on the 1st, right? I think it
Thank
is.
you for that.
Yeah, probably.
Give you kudos.
I don't know, we moved everything so we can pay bills.
Yeah, I know.
Well, here's the thing, maybe next month, what I can do also, if it's not gonna work and we can't get the 15th to the 15th, we can always go to the second Tuesday, but then I can put in the thing for you guys to approve electronic payments. Do you guys want the checks? Do you wanna see the checks? If you wanna see the checks, we're gonna have to keep it on the months that we have it, so I have time to get the bills out. If you're willing to do electronic payments, like AT&T is set up, then we can move it to the second, and then he has time to get the reports done.
No, but just moving the reports from the 15th to the 14th of every month. Then by the first we
Yeah,
have the
it's
deal.
either way,
It's
but
still
that's the reason we moved the meeting to the first of the month,
So our bills are on time.
where our bills are on time, because there's times that it
They're
was
not
like 2
done.
days before the city of Devine was due.
Mhm.
Well, by the time I get it in the mail the next day, we're late.
Yeah, see, we don't have an issue with the first until August of next year. But I still think we can get there with the,
The 15th through the 15th, because then that'll give him time to do what he needs to do to present it to you.
Mhm.
okay.
Okay, I'll put
So
it on
we'll
the
just
next
put it on
one.
the agenda and
Next one.
we can vote on it. Cool. mull it around some more. Okay, so the next meeting's the 6th of December. Are we gonna do dinner, or
That's up to you. We normally do dinner,
y'all wanna do dinner?
and do you wanna do it on the 6th?
We wanna do it on the
I
6th?
think last year
or
we
do
did it on Wednesday, right? Because it worked for
Yeah,
December
everybody.
6th.
December 6th.
December 6th is the what date?
It's a, hold on.
6 works for me.
It's a Tuesday still, Tuesday.
Tuesday?
I couldn't do the 7th.
As long as we post it, it's not, but it won't be a big deal.
No. Okay, so sick on the 6th? And we're having it at Juliana's, right?
Where we went last year?
Yes.
I don't care.
I'm good with that.
What date?
The 6th. So our Christmas dinner and meeting will be December 6th at Juliana's.
On the 6th of December?
Yes.
What are you gonna do this year?
It's gonna be at Juliana's, the same place we went last year? At the golf course?
The golf course?
Yes.
Cool.
So Ms. Vice President, how's the world treating you?
Don't ask if you don't want to know.
Can
It's like a tornado right now.
can you make it there at 6:30? If we move it up 30 minutes?
Should be able to.
Can you make it there at 6:30? Can you make it there at 6:30?
I don't know, that's basketball season.
Well, the only reason I said is because they close at 9, because remember we were the last ones there last year, so if we do a 6:30.
Huh?
Thursdays.
Typically Thursday?
We should have the schedule out pretty soon.
Okay, so
Oh,
Yeah.
if not, let me know.
I
I'm
will,
gonna put it
but
at
I don't have all that
6:30.
yet. So,
Because I figure we can get our meeting done in 30 minutes and then have 2 hours to eat.
yeah, because I come flying in from where last year? A long way away.
You come in from Southern or?
and that's when we take our spouse,
It
right?
was
Yes.
Post
Your
or-
spouse
Yeah,
is
post.
available.
never found
False
out.
Okay, so
Something like
I know
that.
you're about to do room round.
We play football
You're
there.
confirmed for safety. You're confirmed for safety.
Was it the Beavers?
Oh, no.
That's Falls City.
Yeah, I don't think it was Beavers. I think it might have been Colts.
You're confirmed for safety.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed for safety.
Let me double check.
I thought you were bringing the truck trailer.
I was, but I'm confirmed, yes, I'm going to the conference, period, in station.
You can't get rooms till next month anyway.
No, I get them on next Monday, so that's why I need to know. They open up at
always cancel.
12:01 on November 7th. If you can't, then I can always cancel it, as long as you tell me before January.
I'd say-
Okay, yeah.
I just need
That's
to,
February.
Yeah. We have one list. I have my hearing aids.
all right. I just need to do it because I didn't want to get the rooms and then, all right.
I got back from
But the dogs are big.
the Sadie Ray was
He's something that's supposed to.
only 10 months old.
So mad.
That was Saturday. Abby in the yard. Can't push the rolling car the mother.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just a shit show day.
So Thursdays maybe. Mondays or Wednesdays.
Okay. It's hopefully. Said there was 25 kids trying to.
What's the other one? Sadie Ray, but man, whatever it is.
All right.
That's crazy.
I don't know. She doesn't leave.
Are we adjourned? No, wait.
No, we got any more, anybody else got anything to say?
Sir.
No. So, somebody make a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'll abstain.
And we adjourn.